Now I'd like to introduce another of our speakers, David Gushsee. He's a professor. His name is Dr. David Gushsee, I should say. He's a distinguished university professor of Christian ethics at McAfee School of Theology of Mercer University, and also the president of Evangelicals for Human Rights. Dr. Gushsee is a leading evangelical scholar in the field of Christian ethics and a prominent evangelical voice, articulating the priorities of a new evangelical center. He was the principal drafter of both the Evangelical Climate Initiative and the Evangelical Declaration Against Torture. He also has a forthcoming book relevant to today's occasion entitled The Future of Faith in American Politics, The Public Witness of the Evangelical Center. David?
Thank you, Rachel, and thanks to all of you for being here. My background, I was raised Roman Catholic in the Northern Virginia suburbs, had a conversion experience as a 16-year-old in a Southern Baptist setting, and I am an ordained Southern Baptist minister. It's been an interesting journey. Along the way, I attended both Southern Baptist Theological Seminary and Union Seminary in New York. My head is still spinning. I worked with Ron Sider at Evangelicals for Social Action. And I think by God's providence and God's grace, I've now been drafted into some very interesting discussions that are going on in our culture. And I'd like to make a statement about this one. I'm here today because I believe that the Christian faith teaches a spirit of openness to human beings, a spirit of openness for all opportunities for building human community, especially where it has been damaged. I'm here because I believe that we have a biblical mandate to move towards reconciliation and to recognize the common humanity of all people. I am very grateful to have been contacted by Robbie Jones and Rachel Lazar of Third Way and to have been involved in this process for some time and to have begun to build a friendship with them and their friends. Third Way's excellent paper seems to me to mark a major step forward at an intellectual level, as well as at a political level, you might say, or a moral level. It's a major step forward in the progressive understanding of who we are as evangelical Christians. I hope that Come Let Us Reason Together will not just be read but studied by all who think of themselves as progressives. Perhaps it can put to rest at last caricatures of evangelicals that are damaging in many ways. It has been refreshing to relate to thoughtful progressives who do not act on the basis of such stereotypes. The paper rightly notes the diversity of the evangelical community. I concur with the 1/5 progressive, 1/3 moderate, 1/2 conservative analysis of the political convictions of evangelicals. I count myself in the moderate group and have recently completed this book called The Future of Faith in American Politics with Baylor that intends to analyze and maybe even speak for the first time for that evangelical center. I find that the Third Way paper tracks very closely with my own analysis, even though it comes from a very different starting point. A number of the policy proposals and principles in the Third Way paper strike me as wise and innovative. I think that the treatment of the role of religion in the public square is an excellent move and actually a breakthrough. I concur with the treatment of gay and lesbian issues in the combined commitment to respecting the innate human dignity of homosexual persons at last. And I think as evangelicals, I want to say, to the extent that evangelicals have not done that, we must repent. But also protecting the religious liberty of faith communities to wrestle with these issues in good conscience on the basis of their own traditions. I agree with the principles animating the common ground treatment of abortion. I think that whoever is the next president should set a bipartisan goal of reducing the number of abortions in America by half, by attacking the problem at its root on the demand side, and by coming to principled and pragmatic policy measures that can help to do that. I'm always supportive of any effort to strengthen fathers' roles in the lives of their children. Some of my work has been on the effect of divorce on children, and especially the diminishing role of fathers. We need to work on those issues, and I'm so glad this paper addresses that. I am confident that these kinds of issues and others that are addressed in the paper and can be addressed in further conversation are issues on which evangelicals and progressives can find common ground if we continue to reason together in a spirit of openness and a respectful recognition of the dignity of the other person. Thank you.